1, 2, 3. Is that what you want me to remember, Max? 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can believe this, Max, but I remember every 3 count I was on the wrong side of. Whether it was against Doom in the Days Pulp, whether it was against VR Junkie, whether it was against Donkey Kang, I remember them all. 1, 2, 3. But yours, it's special, Max, because the hero of Warzone, who just lost his title, decided to come to Flashbang and take mine. And not only did you embarrass me in front of the fans, no. You embarrassed me in front of my friends, my cartel. And I can't let that slide. This is no longer business, Maximilian. This is personal. No holds barred. Meaning anything is at my disposal to hurt you. It reminds me of growing up on these New York streets. Every day was a fight for survival, Max, and we had no heroes. And that's what I'm going to prove this Friday, that heroes like you don't exist. In this world, there are only bad guys, and they will know when they hear 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. And it was all over, wasn't it, Vic? Tell me something. When your back was flat on the mat, looking up at me with my hand raised, holding on to that precious belt of yours, and I leaned down and I looked into your eyes, what were you thinking? Because it was just so hard to concentrate on what you were thinking about, Victor. Because all I could see was you squirming in your own skin, in disbelief, in shock that his entire empire crumbled down on him in one grueling match. Did it hurt for your godhood, for your identity as the best, to come crashing down on you? Good. Now you know how I felt at Multivania. You know, Vic, it's interesting. I pinned you the exact same way that Wilson pinned me at Multivania. It's kind of funny, you know, how those things work out. But hats off to you. You had the performance of the night, not during the match, but at the end of the show. Oh, this match isn't over, Max. This war's not over. Oh, you didn't count. That didn't count. I didn't hear a count. I think you did, Victor. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you heard it. And you're gonna keep hearing it, aren't you? Late at night, you're gonna wake up to 1, 2, 3. You're gonna get in matches and hesitate and remember 1, 2, 3. Even when you're done wrestling and you're retiring as a cartel member, you're gonna be remembering 1, 2, 3, echoing in your mind always. And you know why you're gonna remember this loss for the rest of your career, Victor? Because all that respect you've been trying to earn from your fans, the roster, your other cartel members, was all lost to Maximilian Thunderthighs. 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to MNW Friday Night Flashbang, brought to you by Saturdays. We are off and running, and that is right. We are running it back, no holds barred. Your main event, Maximilian Thunder Thighs challenges for the World Heavyweight Championship against the Mafia boss, Victor Vicious. We got a ways to go before we get there, including 2 showcase matches, 1 8-man, 1 fatal 4-way tornado tag. We've also got one half of the new World Tag Team Champions in singles competition. We've got Spike taking on Fear Strikes. We've got a lot to cover, so we're going to jump right into it. Let's kick it off with some fatal 4-way tag team action right now. The following contest is a fatal 4-way tornado tag team match, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, in a combined weight of 672 pounds, the team of Big Rock and Huge Mane, the Forces of Nature. And here comes Mane and Rock, one of the staples of the MNW Flashbang Tag Team Division. And with that, I would dare say, shocking change of tag team titles from the Time Bandits to the Kales and the Cartel, we are now in need of new #1 contenders, and this could go a long way to punching your ticket to being the Kales' first challenge. That's right. Our new champs, Kuso and Hutch. Kuso, the first ever 2-time champion in MNW Flashbang history. Hutch winning his first championship, and oh, how apropos it is. And you heard at the top of our show, ladies and gentlemen, a main event worthy of that spot, a no-holds-barred world title match, Vicious versus Thunder Thighs.
And introducing their opponents first, in a combined weight of 777 pounds, the team of La Sume and Zach DeWeaver, the Guild.
And here comes the bot and the merc, or rather I should say the merchant, the head merchant of MNW. Back at Multiverse, these two, along with the Curator Challenge for the Trios Championships, and while unsuccessful, gave Vaporwave everything that they could handle.
And introducing third, in a combined weight of 562 pounds, the team of Samuel Manatee and Suicide Gemini, Hell's Kitchen.
Well, these were the tag team challengers at Multiverse, who came up just short against the Time Bandits, and now, again, with the belts changing hand, looking to get right back into the title picture. Ever since reuniting, and let me preface this, they reunited by beating the crap out of each other in an Extreme Rules match, and then all of a sudden, things seem to be better, which I guess is how you roll.
And introducing fourth, at a combined weight of 479 pounds, the team of Simon the Psycho and the Bulldog Grand Martin, Honor-bound.
And ladies and gentlemen, coming up just after this match, we are going to hear from Honor-bound. Simon the Psycho says he has a message for the Multiverse and for the Brass. And I wonder if it has something to do with them appearing in this fatal four-way match. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are off and running. Chaos ensues. We've got Big Rock going after the Bulldog. We got Huge Mane and Simon the Psycho. We've got Manatee and DeWeaver. And, of course, Gemini and Lasume. One fall to a finish. It's going to be chaotic. And right now, the two biggest men in this match, Big Rock and Lasume, taking it to Bulldog and Gemini. Oh, and an enziguri by Bulldog. And now Gemini landed on his feet. Collar and elbow tie, a nice knee to the face of Lasume. And now Huge Mane putting the boots right to Simon. Snap there, big elbow to the back of the head. Now a kick to the gut. And look out here, DeWeaver grabbing Manatee by the throat. And down he goes. Doing work right now. And now Manatee. Taking DeWeaver's head right into the mat. And now up over the top rope we go. Oh! Dropping Bulldog on his back. That's going to hurt. And now again, just pummeling Bulldog on the outside with these right hands covered by Simon, broken up by Manatee. Ooh, Gemini! Taking that 7-foot plunge, compliments of Lasume. And then into the steel steps they go. And now DeWeaver dragging Huge Mane to the corner, head off the turnbuckle. And now a meeting of the minds. Oh, throwing him right into Manatee. And then a chop for Simon by DeWeaver. People are indeed weapons. And now into the cover and a kick out. And a nice somersault there. DeWeaver, right hand. And oh, what a shooting star press by Bulldog all the way to the floor. And now Simon with the head merchant in his, oh, the price check rather. Simon with DeWeaver's own move. And now Big Rock back in the ring. Remember, falls count anywhere in a showcase match. But this technically just a fatal four-way, so all these pinfalls will happen inside the ring. Which is where Bulldog is taking down Gemini. And now Big Rock, look out here, people are weapons. Meeting of the minds. And now Lasume again. Just military pressing Huge Mane. Just easily 250 pounds of Huge Mane with ease. And now Lasume with an Alabama slammer. And now Big Rock trying to take out Gemini, but Bulldog falls into the cover one and a kick out. And now Lasume in the ring. Oh, the choke chain was applied, but Big Rock breaking it up. And now Big Rock, the power to Bulldog. Nice slam there. And folks tweeting out on social media live. Oh, look out here, Rock in a hard place. Rock in a hard place to Bulldog into the cover one, two. Oh, and a kick out by Martin. Now look at Manatee just trying to run through the ring. Trying to get his hands on Bulldog. Big Rock says, no, this is mine. Manatee says, no, it's mine. Look at the power, 500 pounds on the shoulder. But tweeting out on social media, Jack Andrews saying, quote, my issues with the brass are on hold for tonight because whatever I do tonight, it's in the memory of the exotic Adrian Street. Rest in peace, good sir. Your contributions made many Welsh wrestlers shoot for their dreams. A legend in UK wrestling, and we will see Jack in action later tonight. And now a Death Valley driver to DeWeaver. Simon planting him on the outside, backbreaker to huge main by Lasume. And a Bulldog, a choke chain! Choke chain on Big Rock! And Manatee able to break it up. And now into the corner, Manatee with some shoulder checks. And now we've got a representative of each team in the ring. We've got Manatee, Big Rock, DeWeaver, and Simon. Meanwhile, on the outside, Lasume trying to deal with Gemini and Huge Mane, who are teaming up on the big pot. Big Rock looking for the pin, and a kick out. And now DeWeaver looking for a pin. Here comes Manatee, or rather Gemini, to break it up. Manatee getting sent into the corner. And now, oh, what a headbutt. A headbutt to Manatee. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Big Rock doesn't see it. He's looking for under a rock. Manatee down, and Simon able to break up the pinfall at 500 pounds across the chest. But Gemini helps out his tag partner. And now we've got 5 in, 3 out. There goes Manatee, make it 4. And a Big Rock with 500 pounds across Simon's chest. Simon says that it's gotta hurt. But able to counter. DDT by DeWeaver, STO by Simon, and a fisherman driver to Manatee on the outside by Bulldog. And now DeWeaver looking for a quick pin. Simon didn't see it, but a kick out by Gemini. And look at the dragon suplex by Simon. Caught the big man running in, and now looking to fly. Here comes the Mad Howl into the cover. 1, 2. Simon got him. Honorbound picks up the win.
Here are your winners, the team of the Bulldog, Grant Martin, and Simon the Psycho. Honorbound.
Simon says good hunt, and big win for Honorbound. And ladies and gentlemen, with that huge win, we promised you words from Honorbound, and you're going to get them. Let's take a listen to Simon the Psycho.
perhaps it is time to bring to light something that has been questioned for some time. It was revealed that Honorbound had formed a contract with the brass. It seems the common theory was that this contract would turn us into lapdogs for Lawson. But there's a problem with that. It was one that Lawson was not included in. The details of this accord would be better explained by one of my other pack brothers. But the shorter version is that, as long as Honorbound conducts our hunt within the arena grounds, and our accusations of dishonor and injustice have weight, the brass have authorized us to do as we see fit, and will not affect the final result of the match. If our actions see the fall of a dishonorable champion, it will be as if we were never there. Cleaver and Starhand were the final straw for the brass to unleash our wrath. But you are all still questioning my actions, yes? Well, a blow taking advantage of a distraction deserves another in reply. It was only in respect for Reaper that I did not do more against the Pretender. This has already been taken out of your hands, Lawson, and it will not be the end, Flashbang. There are still wrongs that need to be mended. We are not the pawns of the brass, but neither do we go against them, as long as they hold their side.
The Hounds of Justice putting the brass on notice that they are not tools to be toyed with. Simon explaining his actions that led to the Grim Reaper at Multivania defeating Lord V. A run-in for a run-in, cutting off the Cleaver and Starhand from getting involved in Simon, evening the field inside the ring, which allowed Reaper to pick up the win and become the new interdimensional champion, which he's already defended once. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up, another team who had a shot at the Trios Championships, Apex. Is there dissension in the ranks, or are they on the same page? Well, we're going to find out, because coming up next, Zephyr Tail goes one-on-one with the Cyber Controller as the bots look to reestablish themselves on Friday night, brought to you by Saturdays, and that match is right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Apex, weighing in at 237 pounds, he is the Sunken Sea Captain, Zephyr Tail.
And here come the beasts. Blight Howlis, Crimson Phoenix, and Zephyr Tail. And we're going to find out real quick if these guys are all on the same page. Certainly a good sign that they're coming out in support of their fellow faction mate. However, at Multivania, let's not forget Crimson Phoenix with a sledgehammer right to the side of Zephyr Tail. A message sent for insubordination. But whether or not they've buried the hatchet, Zephyr, flanked by Howlis and Phoenix, and he might need the backup against these bots.
And introducing his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by the Cyberbots, weighing in at 315 pounds, the Cyber Controller.
And there you see the controller with Talos, Sid, and Cool J Kyo. The bots and Apex, they cannot be on more opposite ends of the spectrum. You have the, not the forces of nature, but the beasts from nature. And you have these synthetic cyborgs of Controller, Sid, and Kyo. This is truly science versus nature. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Zephyr and Controller. Look at the size difference here. And now immediately grabbing Zephyr by the head. And into the corner. Oh, what a chop! And down he goes. Throwing him across the ring with ease. And Zephyr moving out of the way and runs him over with a shoulder tackle. Right hand by Controller into the corner. Rocking Zephyr. Look at these big right hands. Sends him all the way down in the turnbuckle. And now putting the boots to him. The Controller been very aggressive right out of the gate. And now into the cover. Legs in position. Kick out at one by Zephyr. Chop, body blows, a kick, punch to the gut. And now forearm shots to the back. And now look out here, looking for the sunken sea treasure. That package driver, 2, and a kick out. And now all the way to the top, Zephyr looking to fly. Yo-ho! Elbow! Nobody home! Controller had it scouted. And now looking for the German, but a counter there by Zephyr. Right back on the attack. And now body blows. Punches. Forearm shots. Now trying to wrench on the legs. And just doing push-ups now on Controller. That's unique. And now continuing to stomp away. Big right hand. And now right to the throat. Controller catching the walk the plank. Controller, and look at the ring awareness. Walk the plank, but Controller grabs the ropes and leg saw it that time. And you know somewhere Burden is fuming. Speaking of Burden, we will hear from the Beast later on tonight. And now looking for Control. Alt delete. Trying to erase Zephyr. And a kick out, and Controller cannot believe it. And now we're Controller to the middle rope. We don't see Controller fly very often. Oh my goodness, 315 pounds to the back, crashing into the spine of Zephyr Tail. And now the heel hook. And now Zephyr to the top rope. And now here comes second time. Yo-ho! Elbow! Hooks the leg. Zephyr 1, 2. Got him!
Here is your winner, Zephyr Tail!
So Zephyr with a huge, huge win. And look at Controller not happy at all. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we promised you that you would see one of the new tag team champions in action, and you will. Coming up next, Hutch Kale, along with his wife Kuso, did the unthinkable. On the return episode of Friday Night Flashbang, they upset the Time Bandits, who had held those belts for over a year and became the new World Tag Team Champions. And here tonight, the Mando will be in singles competition. But before we get to that matchup, and oh, what a doozy it will be, ladies and gentlemen, Multivania was full of all kinds of twists and turns. But what we did not expect was Artemis to get involved in the World Heavyweight Championship match. And later on tonight, we will be hearing from the Chocolate Zombie Graven, as Artemis and Graven squared off in showcase action last week, with Artemis coming out on top. But right now, we are going to hear from a member of the cartel, the Madness, who nearly tricked Victor Vicious and screwed him out of his World Heavyweight Championship. But right now, he's got a warning for the Mandalorian.
Hutch! Hutch! Oya, Mando!
Leave me alone, Bisam. I don't need you ruining a good night. Go find Kuso if you seek idle chatter.
We need to talk. Victor has lost it. Surely you can see that.
I need to rest. You need to shut up and fall in line, ref.
Come on, Hutch. You have to admit that Victor is going off the deep end. Did you hear him out there?
The status of Victor's psyche is of no concern to me, nor yours, madman.
Why? Because he's paying you? Because you finally won gold?
We won this. I was simply the piece that she needed, the piece that you couldn't be. You failed her over and over again, and now the tag titles are out of your reach. You lost. For your own safety, just let it go.
Yeah, I might have failed her, but at least I never turned my back on her.
You're getting dangerously close to crossing a line.
The three of us could have stopped him over a year ago, but you stuck your neck out for him. Why do you keep protecting him?
Might I remind you that Kuso attacked me?
Isn't fighting what we do?
Don't say we. You aren't one of us. Besides, Kuso's siege against Victor is over. We made sure of that.
Look, we've never seen eye to eye, but for once in your goddamn life, will you stop being so stubborn and actually listen to me? I know you see it. Where is the line? How far is too far? How long before one of you gets hurt because of him? How long before Kuso gets hurt because of him?
That will not happen.
And if it does?
Then I'll handle it.
I can't tell if the madness is being genuine or if he legitimately has a plan here. I mean, it's hard to know with the madness, but seeming to be genuinely concerned for Hutch and Kuso. Obviously very close friends with Kuso, and Hutch has never really enjoyed how close they've been. But right now it is Hutch who is the current tag team champion, but there is a new threat to the cartel, and that is Flo. But Flo has had their own issues recently. Brawl Kaiser acting very strange as of late. And so who can get on the same page quicker? This band of misfits known as the Cartel? Or will it be the new upstarts in Flo? Well, right now, Hutch Kale to go one-on-one with another rival of Victor Vicious, the Omni Geek. And it's right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by the Cartel, he is one half of the World Tag Team Champions, the Mandalorian Hutch Kale.
And Hutch coming out to the music of the Cartel and flanked by Kuso and the Madness. And look at Hutch look right back at the Madness after that heated exchange these two had. But obviously Madness sent out here along with Kuso to protect the Cartel's interests. And now telling Madness maybe to get out of the ring.
And introducing his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Brawl Kaiser and Defunk, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Omni Geek.
And Brawl Kaiser looking like maybe he's back to being normal, maybe. Again, Defunk and Omni Geek were calling out Brawl Kaiser about where he's been when they've needed him over the past couple of weeks. He hasn't been all that interesting, or rather, he hasn't been all that excited about his win over Mega Rider at Multiverse. Seemed pretty happy in the moment, but again, a rather odd reaction as of late. So issues on both sides, both clouded in mystery, and a big super kick right to the head. And tweeting out on social media, the Omni Geek saying, quote, Hutch, it's that time again. I may be no Jedi, but I do have a force. The mass of your head times the acceleration of my ring 0. Omni Geek, the high flyer, and we're seeing that right off the bat, up to the top rope, not wasting any time. Big elbow right to the heart of the Mandalorian. Hooks the leg, Hutch down, count of 2 and a kick out. And Hutch needs to be careful here. Omni Geek, a former #1 contender and challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship, as is his tag team partner Defunk, both having gotten shots at Victor Vicious, both unsuccessful, and have been thorns in the side of the Cartel in the background, and now having joined forces with Brawl Kaiser, all three looking to deal with the Cartel themselves. And now into the cover, hooks the leg 1, 2, and another kick out. And oh, wait a second, playing possum, the roll up, and a kick out immediately. Hutch playing possum. And now up over the top rope goes the Omni Geek. Right hand to the head. And now the DDT on the apron. And now right hands, fist to the face. Omni Geek's been trying to warn people about Victor Vicious for the better part of the last 3 months. And now the Madness may be doing the same thing from inside the cartel. What a forearm shot! Hutch flying through the air. And now these forearms knocking him all the way back into the corner. Shades of fear strikes there with those forearms, who we will see in action later tonight. And what a right hand right there, knocking Omni off the top rope. And look at that, knowing where you are, and Hutch now sees the foot. You got to give Legs credit. He has been on his game after missing that rope break on Burden. He is 2 for 2 tonight. And now the head scissor takeover. And now look out here, looking for the ring zero, but a counter. Hutch able to fight out of it. And a big right hand. And now in off the ropes, and another forearm shot. Down goes Geek. Covered by Hutch. 1, 2, and a ref! Oh, I shouldn't have jinxed it! I shouldn't have said anything!
Here is your winner, the Mandalorian Hutch KO!
I should not have said anything! And look at Brawl! He is beside himself, Defunct pointing at the rope. And I'll tell you what, this is starting to get problematic. Somebody might need to have a conversation with Legs. Oh, you know. And folks, speaking of referee mishaps, coming up next, it will be the Fallen Angel Fear Strikes one-on-one with Spike. But before we get to that, a man of few words, let's hear from Burden.
Keep that referee out of my sight if you expect him to survive the night. Give me this. You know what, Flashbang? I had this grand speech planned to explain my actions over the last year, but now I'm just not in the mood. My problem, Flashbang, is you. Each and every one of you out there, in the crowd and in the back. The fickle sheep that cheer for whoever can distract them from their pathetic lives for a single moment, and the fools in the ring that pander to them. The second I donned that mask, you all began to dance like the puppets I knew you were. A t-shirt one week, a signature move the next. Even my choice to target Helix was nothing more than a method to spark the conspiracy theories that ran wild. Suggestions of who it could be, names of men you have raised on pedestals, men long gone, who had grown tired of your adoration and abandoned you, yet still you worship them as gods, invoking names like Prinny, Popo, and of course, Lucius Constantine. But did anyone suggest me? There may have been the occasional whisper, but nothing of any real conviction. And even now, after I revealed myself, I still hear people saying who they would have preferred it to be. Because that's all you care about. The next novelty. The next shiny thing to occupy your attention. So keep watching, Flashbang. I'm gonna show you what comes next. And as for you, Lucius, your ego must be more fragile than I thought. Someone digs out one of your t-shirts or uses a name you haven't given a passing thought to in years, and you rush back so quickly you forget to change out of your actual wrestling grandad attire. Remember, Lucius, it was me that took the Warpgate Hardcore title from you. Your words might scare the cattle, but you have no power over me. You want to gorge yourself on pain? Then allow me to prepare you a feast like no other.
And ladies and gentlemen, we heard from Lucius Constantine last week that he is coming to Friday Night Flashbang, and Burden is ready. But here tonight, one of Lucius's old running mates, Fear Strikes, to go one-on-one with Spike, and that is right now. Oh, here we go, folks. It's been a minute.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Burden, weighing in at 247 pounds. He is one half of the Bone Warriors. One of the most accomplished tag teams in MNW history. Burden made his flashbang return last week, but it was not to be. Compliments of legs and a missed rope break. Burden with his hand under the bottom rope grabbed onto it. And as we just saw with Hutch and OmniGeek, legs having his issues here in recent weeks, and that's got to be in the back of Spike's mind. And introducing his opponent. On his way to the ring, weighing in at 257 pounds, he is the fallen angel, Fear Strike.
And here comes the living legend, the former Nexus Titan and Big O champion. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured it out, one of the newest members of the Flashbang roster, he ain't going nowhere. And here we go. Fear Strikes right out of the corner and taken over there by Spike. Now trying to bite on the fingers in Fear. Collar and elbow tie up with Spike. Oh, look out here. Looking for the power. Oh, what a counter by Spike. Just in the weeks leading up to Multivania and after, we've seen the return of Big Papa Plutonium, Fear Strikes, Lucius Constantine. What is old is new again here on Friday nights. We have a Hall of Fame roster from Warzone. Switch it over to Friday nights. We're a Citra King away from just having our own Hall of Fame. Here, look at this Texas Cloverleaf locked in by Fear. And now a couple of kicks. Look at the agility of Fear Strikes. Ring rust not a thing for the big man, and now a deadlift powerbomb to Spike. And Spike learning the hard way that Fear is not to be trifled with. What a Hurricane Rana! And now spitting blood at Fear. Spike with that red mist, and Fear showing absolutely none of it as Spike powers out of that with a nice shot to the gut. Now into the corner we go. And now running him into the turnbuckle, overhead belly-to-belly suplex. To the former member of the Faces of Fear, quick cover by Spike. Kick out at 2. Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, 8-man showcase action, as well as your main event. And now look at the power of Spike. 250 plus pounds on a stalling suplex. And now Fear thrown towards the corner. And now look at Spike. Just stalking ever closer to Fear, who rolls out of the way. And now look out here! Oh, the backbreaker! Oh, and again! Triplets! And now up and all the way to the outside. And now up on the shoulder. Look out here, running power slam. Into the steps. Fear certainly no stranger to hardcore encounters. And now back into the ring goes Fear. And Fear, I think he's sending a message. He's going to beat both Bone Warriors once by a missed count, once by a count out. Oh, and he got him again. Fear Strikes playing games with the Bone Warriors.
Here is your winner, Fear Strikes.
I don't believe it. Fear Strikes sending a message. And look at the glare towards Burden. Fear Strikes be out here trolling. And I'll tell you what, that is not how I expected that to go at all. But folks, we promised you 8-person showcase action, but before we get to this match, there's somebody that we need to hear from, somebody who could play a very, very big role in the outcome of tonight's main event. We are going to hear from the brass briefcase holder, Alexis Edmonton, who knows a little something about 8-person matches.
Whirlwind of a week, huh? Commiserations to the Time Bandits. Don't beat yourselves up, okay? You guys did your best, and you've held those belts long enough to be considered one of the best to ever do it. And welcome to Flashbang, Mr. Thunderthighs. I know you've watched the show, so I won't bother with an introduction. Besides, I think you've made enough of an impact winning the title as a debutante. Though the less I say about the aftermath, the better for my blood pressure. Truth is, I wanted to start the Pest of the Multiverse Champions Tour this week. Thinking about showing Reaper that there's threats just as close to home as there is causing incursions. I could go give the new tag team champions some things to think about. Or show Vaporwave that actually I am hotter. And now I find myself sitting, watching, waiting to see how this week turns out. Because once again, the fate of a championship is left dangling. Its final resolution to be decided. And when you want to haunt someone, it's a pain in the ass when you don't know who it is you're aiming at. That being said, even if you can't catch lightning in the bottle twice, do the locker room a favour, will you, Max? Give him hell.
Alexis Edmonton putting Max on notice that for the sake of Flashbang, it's time to end this reign of terror. And speaking of reigns, we are now going to take a listen to 1/3 of the Trios champions. Let's hear from Apollo Hades.
Well, it's been some time since I've addressed you all back-to-back weeks, but a lot just happened. First off, thanks for the distraction, Victor. I will repay the favor anytime you ask. Second, if we've been following your rules, Lawson, why did we have to defend our titles so soon? Lastly, you all heard me correctly last week. Lucius Constantine is starting a crusade. Well, he's going to need winners, and Vaporwave is a group full of nothing but winners. Plus, we go above and beyond for our friends. The rest of you may ask, why? Why is Apollo doing this? Well, because you all have called me an opportunist ever since I got here. So I'll show you what a real opportunist looks like. I'm Apollo Hades, the greatest opportunist ever, and you know damn well I'm hotter than you.
Did he really have to throw the microphone away like that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Apollo Hades has extended an olive branch to Lucius Constantine, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of rules. There's don't make deals with dragons. There's the rule of don't geek the mage. Perhaps you should add another one, don't make deals with the devil. Oh, boy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is showcase action. But before we get to that, we have one more person we have to hear from. We have to hear from a member of the newest faction on Friday night's Dirty Deeds. We are going to hear from Red Star Roman.
Hello, Red Star. How are we? It's been a while, I'm sure.
It has been a while, Starhand. Where exactly have you been?
Oh, dealing with some issues back home. Nothing you would understand. Now that I'm back, we can get back to the business at hand.
We?
Yes, we! Flashbang is ours for the taking! Especially in the chaos after Multivania. You, Jack, and Kath have done a fine job on your own. I heard about your performance in the Trios tournament. Admirable, to be sure. But you fell short. Not to worry, though. Now that I'm back, I am ready to lead the Rebel Star once again.
You're not our leader anymore, Starhand. We have moved on.
I'm sorry. What was that?
We're out, Starhand. Jack and I are done being hired hands for people who don't appreciate our work. Dirty Deeds is doing just fine without you. We don't need you, and you clearly never cared for us, given how long you're gone.
Out, am I? I raised the two of you out of obscurity, and this is how you thank me? Whose idea was it to bring the two of you together? Who funded our little venture? Who's been your tag partner oh so many times?
Thank you? All you ever wanted is to use us for your grunt work. We're sick of you using us to worm your way to the top. A level that you can never seem to reach by yourself. First, it was the Empire, and when they crumbled, you faded into obscurity yourself. The way I see it, you've been living off the Empire's past glories ever since.
When did you find a brain and Jack find a spine? No matter. I still have the mercenary contract you and Jack signed, so I would choose your next words carefully.
Do you think I was born yesterday? Our contract allows us to seek other employment if you, the employer, is indisposed. Since we didn't hear from you, we exercised our opt-out clause in your absence. If you don't like it, why don't you do something about it?
This isn't over, Red Star. You hear me? It's not over.
Seems like there's some confusion over those contracts. Starhand wanting to bring back the Rebel Star, but it looks like Jack the Questionable and Red Star Roman clearly in the camp of the dirty deeds with Kazjinan. Something tells me that's not going to end well. Folks, let's send it down the ringside. We got 8-man showcase action right now.
The following contest is an 8-man showcase match. Introducing first, weighing in at 245 pounds, he represents the Princedom and is the king of the showcase, Sir Reginald.
Reginald trying to beat the curse of the king. It seems like every king of the showcase struggles a little bit after assuming that crown. We've seen it from Lasume, we saw it from Kevin Blackwell, and we saw it last week from Reginald. Can he break the streak?
And introducing second, representing Dirty Deeds, weighing in at 237 pounds, Jack the Questionable.
Questionable he is, a man who has gone so far as to wear golden boots while wrestling. Thank you again, Sandman, for getting rid of those. And now a member of Dirty Deeds and looking to be more than just a mercenary, Jack and Red Star Roman with their eyes set perhaps on Trios Gold in the near future. So with Questionable in this match, we really know about Sir Reginald. If you're not familiar with 8-man showcase action, it is simple. 8 competitors enter the ring, pinfalls or submissions count anywhere, and anything goes. It is truly a showcase of everything you've got, legal or otherwise.
And introducing third, representing Vaporwave, he is 1/3 of the Trios champions, weighing in at 254 pounds, Apollo Hades.
Again, 1/3 of the Trios champions successfully defending them at Multiverse against the Guild and last week against Apex. And now Hades looking to show off in showcase action. And folks, we're just 3 deep and we've already got a champion. And as Hades makes his way down to the ring, we'd like to remind everybody that Friday Night Flashbang is brought to you in part by Lowe's. Lowe's! But why?
And introducing fourth, weighing in at 233 pounds, representing House Caliban, Donkey K.
And here comes DK. So DK, member number 4 in this showcase action. And we haven't seen a lot of Donkey Kong recently, nor much of House Caliban. They've been pretty quiet, especially after the Time Bandits dropped the World Tag Team titles. And you got to imagine Caliban at some point in the near future is going to have to rally the troops. This might be the first step if Donkey Kong could get a big win here in this 8-man showcase match.
Oh, really? And introducing Bill. Weighing in at 249 pounds, he is one half of the Time Bandits, the Sandman.
So the Sandman out here, and ladies and gentlemen, we have an update for you about Thunderbolt's condition. Thunderbolt apparently suffering a severe ankle injury in that tag team match, and we don't have an exact update for you about when he will be back or the extent of the injury. Doctors fear it may be an Achilles tear, which would be a 6 to 12 month recovery, but we will keep you updated.
And introducing sixth, representing Apex, weighing in at 452 pounds, Ravolos.
Return to Monkey.
And introducing seventh, weighing in at 245 pounds, she is the brass briefcase holder, Alexis Edmonton.
And noticeably not bringing the briefcase out, probably got it on lockdown. Meanwhile, Sandman tossing his replica belt with a signature on it to a young fan in the crowd. That is a replica belt that is very heavy. Watch your head.
And introducing Ace. Weighing in
at 243 pounds, he is the Black Prince of Wales, Jack Andrews. And folks, we heard it here earlier tonight, Jack posting about it on social media. This match dedicated to the exotic Adrian Street, a very prominent Welsh and United Kingdom wrestler that Jack knows very well, no doubt probably an inspiration for getting Jack into the ring. And here clad in his absolute best, Jack has been embroiled in a feud with the Brass, but here tonight putting it on hold to wrestle in memory of a UK legend. And there you see the armband on Andrews, and off we go. It's Jack and DK. Reginald and Sandman. Oh, Revolos and Apollo Hades. Of course, Apex just challenging for the Trios Championships, and Revolos taking no time at all to go after Hades, and there's Andrews going after Edmonton. Both of them involved in the brass briefcase match at Multivania that Edmonton won. Oh, and Revolos taking his frustration out on Apollo Hades. He was not involved in the Trios title match, but sending a message to Vaporwave nonetheless. Meanwhile, DK trying to deal with the Merc, and Reginald having to take care of Sandman. Sandman, not somebody we see often in showcase matches, but with an injured tag partner, and coming off that loss, maybe feeling like it's time to go back to his flashbang roots. And now Andrews, Hurricane running over. Now a dragon screw there. Hades taking down Edmonton, looking to fly the big elbow to Jack. And now here comes Revolos. Meanwhile, Edmonton with a bow and arrow. And DK taking out Hades. And a scoop slam to Sandman on the apron. And now Edmonton into the cover on Revolos and a kick out before one. And Hades sent into the barricade by Jackie Q. Into the cover, DK on a kick out by Andrews. And now Sandman tried to take out Reginald, who would prefer to not be the first man eliminated again. 1, 2, no, and a kick out. And now a double team move, Revolos and Jack Andrews. And now Edmonton going after the big monkey. Questionable trying to get rid of Hades. Big bulldog and a kick out by Hades, staying alive in this matchup. And now look at Edmonton. Big cross body. Drop kick to the back of the head. And now Sandman immediately into the figure four. Edmonton with the pin on Revolos, but no. And now here comes the time loop. Reginald might go first again. Reginald trying to hang in there. Look at the torque by the Sandman. And now double pins on the eye. There's pins everywhere. And a kick out by Questionable. This is going to be Andrews, and oh no, that's Reginald! No!
Sir Reginald has been eliminated.
The King's curse continues. And now Questionable down, Hades with the pin, and a kick out. Oh, and DK! Taking out Andrews with a cutter. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out. The BFG, not enough. And now Rivolo's Planet of the Apes. And a kick out again. There are bodies everywhere. Look at Andrews trying to fight out of this electric chair position. And now Rivolo's the big suplex on the outside. And now driving Sandman into the canvas, and now Andrews with a bridging suplex. And now questionable back to their feet, knee to the face. And now a boot, and a kick out, and a pin, and DK might be gone.
Donkey Kong has been eliminated.
And there goes Rivolo's.
Rivolo's has been eliminated.
And now the crossbody by Alexis to Sandman. We're down to 5. And now a double right hand by Hades and questionable. And then immediately tries to stab questionable in the back. Edmonton down. Into the cover and a kick out. And a big right hand to Jackie Q. And now Sandman up on the shoulders. Out goes Edmonton. Covered by Jack, not to be. Back up. And now, oh no, Alabama slam on the questionable. And the cross face by Sandman. Edmonton able to survive it. Hades with a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Andrews stays alive. And Edmonton stays alive. And now Andrews just trying to fight off questionable with Hades back in the ring. And now look at this. Oh, going right after Apollo Hades. Sandman trying to take out the current champ. And off the steel ring post. And now counter Hades' right hand. Look out here. Reality check to Sandman. And now looking for the heat stroke. That could be it for the Sandman. But able to get his hand under the rope. Referee saw that one. And Andrews just booting questionable into the barricade. And now rocking him on the outside. Look out here. Uranagi into the barricade. Another Mad World by Alexis. Into the cover, that fisherman driver. 1, 2, and got him.
Apollo Hades has been eliminated.
And now Jack is down. 1, 2, got him.
Jack the Questionable has been eliminated.
So we're down to Sandman, the former tag team champion, the brass briefcase holder in Edmonton, and Jack Andrews paying tribute to a fallen UK legend. Which one of these 3 will survive? And there's the Justice Driver. Hooks the leg. Edmonton on a roll. 1, 2, got him.
Jack Andrews has been eliminated.
And that leaves us with Sandman and Edmonton. Into the cover. Sandman, 1, 2, and a kick out. And now going after the legs, the DDT into the concrete. Top 3 by Andrews, no slouch there. But right now, these two battling it out to win a Showcase Edmonton with multiple showcase wins under their belt. Sandman, to my knowledge, has not won a showcase. I'll have to check the record books. Big drop kick to the leg. And now back to the crossface. Trying to tap out Edmonton, the submission specialist. Look at the torque, and he got her. Sandman with his first showcase win.
Here is your winner, the Sandman.
The Sandman picks up the win, and what a win it is. After dropping the tag team titles, putting House Caliban back in the win column, and more specifically, a big win for Sandman in general, who might be on his own for a little while, at least when it comes to the Time Bandits. And ladies and gentlemen, with that win, folks, if you can believe it, we are now on to our main event. But before we get to our main event, we told you that we were going to hear from the Chocolate Zombie regarding what went down last week with Artemis, and we are going to do that right now.
Okay, Flashbang, let's see if I can get this straight and make any of what's happened in the last couple of weeks make any sense. So here I am, fingertips away, moments away from doing what no one else on this show has done, and finally end Victor Vicious's reign and put the World Heavyweight Championship around my waist when Mr. Artemis, Mr. Irrelevant, decides to crash the party, attack me, and ruin all of that. Something no one wanted, by the way. All because he can't accept the fact that he couldn't live up to his potential in a dead faction, couldn't make it as an Omnislayer, and can't accept that Jagger Blackthorn had better things to do with his career than babysit him, and now he's blaming everything other than himself. That's not even the best part. While I have to deal with that, Maximilian fucking Thunder Thighs decides he's gonna run away from Warzone after losing his title and convince the brass to let him over here to get a shot at Victor before me. And he won, except he didn't, because Victor, once again, cheated his way into retaining. Make it make sense, because I can't. I said this to Helix, I'm saying it again. I don't care if you're from Warzone, MNW, Tiger Dojo, or anywhere else in the multiverse. You come to Flashbang, you go to the back of the line, just like the rest of us, and earn your keep. So here's what's gonna happen. Artemis, we're gonna settle this little temper tantrum of yours, and I don't care if we have to drag it into the next breakdown. Because I guess I'm finally going to be the guy to beat the truth into you, and I'm going to do it in the month of October, where I have one of the best records in this company, and where self-created monsters like you go to die. And when that's over with, I'm going to go get back what I've earned, and Max better pray to whatever god he believes in that he doesn't have that belt. Because I've already got 2 nicely fresh graves for Artemis and Victor dug, and I'd hate to put in the effort to dig the 3rd. The Chocolate Zombie is getting tired of playing nice. And if you think that's what I've done in my early career is the worst, then go ahead and try me, because you ain't seen anything yet.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the Chocolate Zombie. Frustrated that Max is getting this opportunity before him. But folks, he's not the only one with an axe to grind, and he's not the only one with pent-up frustration that is about to boil over, because the harbinger of the apocalypse, Michael Macabre, had his sights set on the Ghost and on Helix, and at Multivania, everything blew up with the return of Lucius Constantine. The situation is much more complicated than he could ever have imagined, and he's here to let you know about it.
So firstly, Multivania is in the books. Another year, another showcase of immortals. However, what do we get in return for this changing of the season? Look, everyone, the Ghost was a big, bad, brooding beast of burden all this time. I don't have a nasal cavity, but I can add suspense. Probably annoyed Burden doing it too, cause let's be real here. Constantine would have been that much more interesting. I waited a year for this. I waited a year for you to pull your mask off and show yourself to the multiverse. All because you were too ashamed and pissy like a spoiled brat to do it your fucking self. You owe everyone more answers than you have time for, but the biggest is you have one to answer is why. Break the first and only commandment of the multiverse. Because now that you, Burden, have spent the better part of a year pissing it off well over a dozen people. Difference between you pissing off people and me is simple. Even in the past, there were more than a dozen who were pissed at my actions, more than 100 who came to see me swing, more than 100 to watch me fry. I was the one until Helix sucks. Congrats, you had a career resurrection under a mask. Hope it was worth it, because this is how it's gonna go down. I'ma tear apart your buddy Spike. I'ma tear you apart again. I'm gonna tear apart Helix Sucks for taking too damn long, and I'm gonna call the guy who's been hanging out in Florida who literally popped up wearing socks and sandals to have a civil talk, because outside of Lucius, Zericus, and Majak, every single one of you former Warzone pricks simply piss me off. This isn't Death's Yard, this isn't Caliban's yard, but Sandman makes a hard argument, and I dare Victor to say it's his. I'll bitch slap his ass back to Neo New York faster than you can say cartel. This isn't Warzone's roster to conquer.
It's mine.
All because Big, Bad, Brooding Beast of Burden went after Helixux and not Lord V, the man who appeared as Burden for a bit. Once I'm done fixing this shit, I'm taking back what's mine. Oh, and I have a similar ace up my sleeve. In case October is where or when we dance again, I'm not just putting you in a casket, it'll be the cemetery plot. And I'll put Spike right fucking next to you. You're on borrowed time, all of you are. The Last Horseman, the Bone Warriors, hell, even Wrestling Satan himself if he dares get in my way.
Run.
Well, folks, Michael Macabre has just made this whole situation with the former Faces of Fear and the Bone Warriors all the more complicated, and now trying to drag Death back into it. Helix sucks. But, folks, we heard earlier tonight that Burden was frustrated about being ignored. Well, he's not being ignored any longer by Fear Strikes, who once again toyed with his tag team partner, Spike, and Burden is not happy about it. So before our main event, Burden's got some words for the fallen angel.
Fear Strikes. When you beat me last week, I blamed the incompetence of the referees, but that was arrogance. That was an insult. That was disrespect, and it will not stand. When the referee reached that 10 count, my mind went blank. A white void that filled with red. The rage building until it was almost black. That isn't what you're faced with now, Fear Strikes. Next week, no rules, no excuses, no countouts. Just you and a pissed off former Warpgate hardcore champion. in his element.
And ladies and gentlemen, next week it will be a rematch. Fear Strikes versus Burden. And much like our main event here tonight, anything will go. Which reminds me, we got a main event to get to. Let's send it down to ringside for the announcement of this world title match. Thunder Thighs versus Vicious, and it's next.
The following contest is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And ladies and gentlemen, tweeting out on social media, Maximilian Thunder Thighs saying, quote, "Considering you were screwed out of the title at Multiverse, I'll forgive you for your vulgar words, Graven. Let's meet properly after this with respect." And also tweeting out on social media, the Sandman saying, "And that is just the start. I've spent so long relying on others, I forgot what it was like to win for myself. Time to fix that. Let me reintroduce myself. I am the Timekeeper. I am the Dreamweaver. I am Mr. Friday Night. I am the Sandman, Damian Goddamn Anderson." The Sandman went full birth certificate on that one. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, a rematch from last week. Maximilian Thunder Thighs picking up a huge roll-up victory over this man, the World Heavyweight Champion Victor Vicious. But it was the madness that made the 3 count, and as Victor told us to start the show, he had neutralized the effectiveness of the madness and he would no longer be an issue. Well, it seems like Vic was on top of that, and his word was true. So here tonight, a rematch, no rules, no disqualifications. We will have a winner. The question is, can Max do it twice? The question everybody wants to know. And there you see it, the man who has held that World Heavyweight Championship for over 600 days. It nearly came to an end had that decision stood, but the streak lives and so does Vicious's anger.
Ladies and gentlemen, this following contest is for the World Heavyweight Championship. In this corner, introducing the challenger, weighing in at 305 pounds, Maximilian Thunder Thighs. And in this corner, weighing in at 315 pounds, he is the leader of the cartel and the World Heavyweight Champion, Victor Vicious.
And now Victor having to turn over that world title once again. Dressed in the purple attire. There you see the Maximilian Thunder Thighs in the green and black camo as always. Again, anything goes. And we're off and running. And immediately right out of the gate, the big clubbing blow there by Victor Vicious. Double axe handle countered by Max. Max trying to do the unthinkable, and that is beat Victor Vicious twice in a row. Nobody's beaten him in over 2 years. That is until Max thought he had last week. Trying to prove that Victor is indeed beatable. But in order to make it stick, he has to do it here tonight. And now the single leg takedown. Thunder Thighs in the corner. And here comes Max trying to run him over again. Another single leg takedown. And now picking him up by the head and throwing him into the turnbuckle. And a big elbow. Look at the size of those arms. Not often that Vic is outmatched in the power department, but that might be the case here tonight. And again, the power of Thunder Thighs being shown off. And screaming out, Thunder Thighs! I can hear him from over here. And now to the corner we go. Max been on the offensive, pretty much since the opening bout here. And drops him down. Nice sleeper slam. And trying to get this crowd into it. And a big knee to the face. There's a counter by Vic. And a big clothesline. Look at Max stay on his feet. Able to snake through. Double axe handle puts down Thunder Thighs. This is your main event, folks. World Championship on the line. Who do you like? We know it can be done, and now we're going for the weapons. Good old chair for Vic off the skull. Perfectly legal in this no-holds-barred match. Victor trying to dive at Max, who's trying to get away from that chair. And now the standoff, Thunder Thighs. Trying to make sure Vic doesn't come in with that chair. Here he comes, trying to take him out, and he's able to knock it out of his hands. And a double axe handle. Collar and elbow tie-up look out here. Looking for the atomic drop inverted variety. Going in for a second one. And that's a little lower than normal. All legal. Picking up the chair. Oh, and off the skull. You just hear the crack of steel. And now into the corner. Oh, look out here. That chair in a bad spot, but Max able to twist out of the way. Not wanting to land on that chair. Now propped up near center of the ring. And a nice spine buster there by Vicious. And now another spine buster, this time on the chair. The back of Max's head cracking on the steel. And Vicious again continuing to mock the crack of thunder. The foot right to the face. And a boot to the face and nearly fell onto that chair. And now Max dukes up, big belly to belly. Telling Vicious exactly what he's gonna do to him. And now a big shoulder check. Puts him down. Oh, what a knee. And now again, that chair in a bad spot. Oh, Max, look out here on the chair! Belly to belly! And now Max going for a weapon. Not known as being very hardcore, but maybe telling Victor it's time to stop. Get some help. Right off the dome! Oh, he just throws it off his face! Max with body blows, rights and lefts. And now in a suplex position. Victor trying to float over and does. Oh, a shot right to the knee. Nice hip toss. Just grazing the stop sign on that one. And now headbutt you. If you're just joining us, folks, where have you been? We're at the main event. Up over the top rope. Into the steel steps. And Max looking for a table. First table of the match. You heard the crowd chanting for tables. Well, he's going to give it to him. Never one to disappoint the fans. Into the barricade we go now. Oh, this is going to hurt right across the top. Again, all of this is legal. Looking for this. Nice gut wrench here on the stop sign. And now looking to set up the table in the corner, perhaps. Max not known for his weapon versatility, but we might see it here going hardcore. Get him, Max. Looking for the power bomb. Oh, on the stop sign. Vic swept the leg. Oh, and into the table. And now Max sent into the table. And Vic might be looking to dart him through the table. Look out! And then collapsing on the stop sign. Covered by Vic. One and a kick out at one. How? And now maybe looking for an equal. Oh boy! Max setting up a ladder bridge. And able to knock the stop sign out of Vic's hand. And then right off the back with a stop sign again. And Vic says enough is enough. Look out here, Snake Eyes off the ladder. And now back into the ring we go. Forearm shot. And out to the corner. Elbow. And again to the corner. Oh, into the steel post, shoulder first. And a stomp right to the chest. Vic, counter there. Max rolling him over. Right hands of his own. Already this match has been brutal. Another gut wrench there to Vic. And now in off the ropes. Headbutt ya. Victor able to absorb it. Counter. This has been an absolute brawl. Clubbing blow. And now Max again, another gut wrench powerbomb. A double axe handle by Vic, Tonta bodied. Right hand from behind, sits him now with an Oscar. Big elbow to the back of the skull, Vicious, living up to his namesake. Now in the corner, could it be time for a vicious clothesline? No, turning him around. Victor going all the way to the top. Max in the high rent district and going down the hard way. Oh my Lord. One and a cow. How is Max kicking out at one? And now grabbing the stop sign. Here comes Vic. Max wants no part of that. Ducks the clothesline. Back body drop. And now the crack of thunder. Max with a crack of thunder. How you like that? Here come the steps. And now into the ring. Max with bad intentions, sent up over the top rope. And now he's got the stop sign. And Vic says no! Oh, and his head cracked off that stop sign on the way down. And look at these heavy right hands. Big clothesline. And another chair off the skull. Vicious trying to end Maximilian Thunder Thighs. And throwing it off his chest. And again with this stop sign. Trying to light up Max. Now ducks out of the way. Right hand. And sent into the steel post. And now countered. Oh, look out here. Big right hand. Oh, no, the chair. The forearm put him right on the chair. And now back into the ring we go. And now Vicious was going for something, but countered by Max. Max putting his arms up, just trying to fight off Vicious. Corner shot. Oh! And now Max with bad intentions. Uh-oh. Oh, almost did it right on that set of steel steps, but they are in a very bad spot right now. Vicious might need to be careful. Off the ropes, headbutt ya. And then the shot to the gut. And a Heather headbutt. And now trying to pick up Vicious. To the corner. Now, you know, Max, maybe we should just get rid of the steps. He's thinking about it. Trying to set it up. Oh, he's got bad intentions for those steps. Trying to put it in perfect position. Max, don't do this. I mean, I know he's a scumbag. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Max going for a superplex out of the stairs. To win the title! 1, 2, no! Victor crashing off the step! And now the crack of thunder again! And now Max with the, oh, off the face. Those 600-pound steel steps. And now Max looking for another vertical suplex. Doing some squats on him. And into the pieces of the table. Victor's back. Into the steel legs. And Max says, you know what? I got a better idea. Telling Victor to come in here, but he's dazed and confused. Double axe hit. Oh, he's playing possum. And now on the outside, Vic. He's got him up looking for Arriva Derci. And now another table into the equation. And now, no! Crack of thunder through the table! Vicious again with Max's own move through a table and a double axe handle. And now more body blows. Big clubbing blow. Again, this is all oh my God! Victor! Into the steps again! These two are trying to kill each other with the world title on the line! And now Max, in off the ropes. Shoulder tackle, no. Rights, lefts. And now Vicious return to sender. Look at these heavy blows. And then the big clothesline. Max tried to roll out and Vic said, "Where you going?" Counter by Max. And now up. Max trying to get him up and all the way down. And again, screaming thunder thighs to the fans. Shot in off the ropes, into the corner, another shoulder tackle, and this time the knee connects. And now Victor whipped in. Oh, he's on the ladder. Max is thinking about it. Max, looking for Max. Damage through the ladder. Max damage through the ladder. And Victor is not moving. A critical hit on that strike. And now into the ring. But again, not going for the pin. Trying to send a message. Oh my God, into the stairs. And now off the ropes. Headbutt you. And Vic is trying to fight for his life. And now Max trying to pull himself up. Headlock takeover. Interested to see such a traditional wrestling hold this deep into the match. Maybe Vic just trying to slow things down. Max has been, all offense here in the last couple of stages of this matchup. And now here we go, Vic looking for the vicious clothesline in the corner. And looking for a second arrivederci. Up. And down. Covered by Vic to retain, and a kick out. And Max is trying to roll out of the ring. Oh, and a vicious clothesline again. Oh, wait a second, there it is! For the children on the table! Max is gonna do it! Just like last week ago! On the table and now looking for Sky High Thunder. No! On the leg of the table rather. And now Vic with a buckle bomb. And now Max, head first off the table. And now Max, and a big double axe handle. Vic with evil intentions. Another Arima snatching through the table. To retain. Come on, Max, yes! Ah! no! He stays alive! And so now Vic with another vicious clothesline. And Vicious, again, like we said, trying to end Maximilian Thunder Thighs. He's looking for something specific. It's going to be a table. Here comes the table. And now Thunder Thighs. Shove back. Max can barely stand. And now, oh, a table to the face. And now into the table again. And now a third one, a third Arriva. Stairsy. Into the cover. And Victor escapes. Two power bombs through tables.
Here is your winner and still World Heavyweight Champion, Victor Vicious.
And did you see how exhausted he was at the end of this match? Max gave him everything he could handle. And as Victor reigns supreme, having survived the challenge of Warzone's former champion, the question now becomes, who's next? But ladies and gentlemen, that is a question for another day, because right now, we are out of time here on Friday Night Flashbang, brought to you by Saturdays. We'll see you next week. Good night! And ladies and gentlemen above game, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry we had to change the day, but hopefully everybody was able to make it out. Thankfully, Warzone also bumped till tomorrow, so, you know, it ended up working out. Just keep in mind, I'm going to try to do my best to keep it on Fridays, but like I said, life is insane right now, and Arkov and I, shout out to Arkov who helped me record that final match. We needed the extra time to get it done, get it edited, make sure that we had something to present to you guys that would be good. Thank you for tuning in. Let's check the bits and subs real quick. That's how we do here. We got Travis. Thank you for the 100 bits. That was the most recent one. I think everybody else was just a promo. So I appreciate you guys. If I missed any promos, there were a ton this week. So if I missed your promo, I apologize. I'll get it played next week. But I think I got everybody's. And yeah, give me a day or two before you yell at me about what I did wrong. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. So now the final question becomes, who do we raid? Now, I will say this. Whoever we raid, I would highly recommend, if you want more of your Bosco fill and you're excited to see Lucian Constantine come back, you should come check out me and Distortion Devil, good old Connor. We're going to be streaming some Yakuza Like a Dragon in like 7 minutes or so, assuming he's all ready to go. I'm going to jump off here, jump in there, and yeah, there he is. So if you want to come check out Like a Dragon, come do that. We'd love to have you. Twitch.tv/Distortion Devil will be there until about 6 o'clock, so maybe another 3.5 hours from now. Let's see. Who's around? Yes, Fear, you just missed the end. Welcome into the rap show. Let's see. Who do we raid? You know, we're going to raid somebody that we don't normally see streaming very much, but is a lovely member of the community. We're going to raid Honey Bunny Kagome. They are the owner of Fuck Him Wang. So just keep in mind, it looks like they're doing a mature stream, but they're doing 2K22. So if you haven't gotten your fix of wrestling, go ahead, check them out. Like I said, Connor and I will be live in probably about now 6 minutes. So again, twitch.tv/DistortionDevil if you want to come by, check us out. I'll put that in the chat as well. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make it happen. There it is. Woo! So yeah, if you want to see some Yakuza, come check out Distortion Devil. He's let me tag along on Like a Dragon. I'm in there somewhere. He'll find me eventually. That's part of the fun. And I will see some of you guys in about 5 minutes. The rest of you guys I'll see next Friday. I'll catch you later. Goodbye. Oh, raid message is going to be Wang. Just Wang. In all caps. See you later. Peace.